Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to talk about the Online Safety Act and how to get around it. Now the first way to get around it is by installing VPNs. VPNs are virtual private networks. Now how they work is they basically mask your IP address. So your IP address, let's say you're in the UK and you live in Manchester or you live in London. When you install a VPN onto your computer, you can make your location as if you're in Singapore or in America or in another country that doesn't have the laws. Now what you got to do is not just install it in Google Chrome, because the government's trying to get rid of that. So what you got to do is you got to install it into Firefox. You got to install it into any other browsers, Opera browser, Brave browser. There's another purple browser you can use. If you know, you know. But you got to look at different browsers and installing it. Now the reason why you got to do this is because the Online Safety Act will actually ban a lot of websites, and even now with GTA 6 they're going to be implementing into video games. So it's going to be on video games, movies, even Spotify. Like imagine listening to music. Like now if you want to listen to music you need to verify your age for music. Like when was that ever a thing? Music's like a free expression. Like I don't think that should be censored. Like that's kind of crazy that they're trying to censor music like in the UK. Like I don't know if people in America know about this, but yeah, if you literally look at like the Online Safety Act in the UK, it's mad how the petition got over 400,000 votes but the government still banned it. So it's a bit mad. But yeah, I thought I'd switch it up with the gameplay and play some Crash instead of always playing Call of Duty on this channel. But yeah, like VPNs are very important because, your access to the internet is important, and, government or bodies and officials shouldn't try to censor what's on the internet. Like if you want to search something on the internet for your own research and your own educational purposes, it's very important. It doesn't matter what the subject is. If you want to search something for informational reasons, you should have the right to do that. Like I don't think any government in any country should have an oversight on, we're not North Korea here. Like I feel like, when it comes to what you want to see on the internet, it doesn't matter if you want to research something about, chemicals, or you want to research something about, like your area, or by censoring information, that could be. And also they said that they're censoring harmful information. But let's say you want to search what's the most safest area to go to in your area, like what's like a dangerous area. Like if they censor this kind of information, it's bad, especially with music as well. Like, so many young artists get inspired by music or by the music that they listen to. So then if they suppress that, how many more new artists are we going to get? Like a lot of artists start at 15, 16, 17, start making music. But if they start censoring music, or say you need to verify your age to listen to music, it's also going to stop like creative, issues. Also when it comes to painting and artwork and all these things, like creative expression is very important, especially me. Like I make a YouTube channel, I like to make thumbnails, I like to do drawing, I like to do painting, I like to do like creative things. So, I just feel like the internet is changing and it's not good. But yeah, like ways to stop the actual, online safety bill, like I said, is VPNs. And you can install them on like extensions. So if you go onto like a Chrome browser and you go into an extension, especially even on your phone as well, if you get extensions and then actually install them onto your device, there's no way the government can really remove that from your device. You know what I mean? But not just have them like on like a link, like actually have them installed onto your computer. So like find different ones. There's all sorts of different VPNs. You got Surfshark, you got OpenVPN, NordVPN, you got TurboVPN, free VPNs, you got all sorts of VPNs, and you just need to install them onto your device. Now once you've installed them onto your device, you can then install them into different browsers. So even if one browser gets banned, then at least you've got other browsers to go on the internet. Like you can go Internet Explorer as well, and all sorts of different tools. Like it's really cool you can usually just use GPT, like just chat GPT, like best VPNs to use in my area, depending if you're in Brentford, if you're in London, if you're in Brighton, wherever you are in the UK. So yeah, it's really cool to actually be able to use that on your computer. Also, another way you can do is with your IP. If you use like a free IP, so like if you're in like a library or you're in a coffee shop or something like that, you can install it there. That way, it doesn't actually track back to your house location. You know what I mean? So if you want to install these things when you're in like a public area with like a public free Wi-Fi, especially in like, sometimes even in hotels, you can just go into a hotel lobby and then install it onto your computer. And then that way you have it and it doesn't track back to you. Do you know what I mean? Like back to your home IP address. So yeah, when it comes to the safety of the internet, especially with government removing posts, removing Facebook, removing like what people comment on videos and stuff, that's not right. And I just feel like that's not cool, because the more and more and more you block the internet, the more and more you block access to critical information, especially even medical information. Like, they could say it's harmful to watch a surgery of someone being cut open, but for surgeons or for doctors, that's actually really important, like medical information, so them censoring information doesn't just censor like, oh, stop, it's about protecting kids, it's about protecting the kids. But, sometimes as well, like being exposed to certain things can broaden your mindset and can actually make you aware of things. Like, oh, okay, if you're exposed to news of, oh, okay, this is a dangerous area, now you can protect your kids by avoiding that area. And I feel like parents should know that you can put parental controls and parental locks on pretty much any website, like in any device, like a PlayStation, an Xbox, a TV. They've always got like parental guidance, or you can block certain channels. So that should be up to the parent. That shouldn't be up to like a government. A government shouldn't be like a nanny state where they need to control what you see or what you look at. Like, that's just a bit silly anyways. Like, even when it comes to shops and stuff, like when you go into a shop as a kid and you want to buy cigarettes, the guy at the shop will ask you, no, you can't because you're not 18. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all know, like, everybody knows what kids should be accessing and what they shouldn't be accessing. So when you block that and you try to like enforce it yourself, it doesn't really create a good cycle. It kind of creates a cycle of like, oh, okay, we don't trust you, so you need to verify. And also, any kid, like I said this before, any kid can pick up a dad or mom or auntie's driving license and just put your uncle's driving license in, or passport photo, and then there you go, bang, you're in. So it doesn't really stop anyone. It's just kind of for ID control to see who's watching what, who's looking at what. And if you don't comply with it, you can actually, like I said, just use your own virtual private network or get an Alienware computer. You know, you can literally just install it. Like, literally, it doesn't even take long, and there's a lot of free ones. Like, you can literally just find free VPNs, install them onto your computer, and then once you've done that, onto your phone, onto your computer, onto your iPad, onto your laptop, whatever you got going on, once you've done that, you can then access whatever kind of content you want to access and watch without the government oversight, especially when it comes to even your YouTube. Like, if you want to like comment on YouTube videos and stuff, make a fresh account, and then you can comment on whatever you want, and you don't have the government oversight of looking at your account and trying to ban people's accounts for commenting something that doesn't align with their political beliefs or what they want you to see or what they want you to consume. Free speech is very important for society. Free speech is one of those things that, you know, should be a human right, you know, and if you get rid of free speech, then you can get rid of other things, and then you could put more laws, and it's not good to do. So yeah, you know, that's anyways what I'm trying to say. But anyways, my name's Krish. I've been rambling a bit for a while now, but like, I really hope this helps you guys. I hope this, like, you know, actually resonates. You know, you can put a comment below if it did. But yeah, like, I don't really agree with the whole online trying to ban people from what they can see and what they can't see. I don't feel that that's actually like technically correct. I feel like, you know, people should have the choice to see what they want to see on the internet. You know what I mean? But anyways, my name's Krish. You can subscribe to my channel. I hope this one helped you out. All sorts of other tutorials on my channel. But yeah, anyways, you guys take care and have a lovely day, and drink water.